What is the best kind of success? What is the best kind of success? It'll be neat. I'll see some people chatting on here. We'll get started just in a couple of seconds. But first, I want to reach out to the people that are on chat, my inner circle members. You'll see an IC next to their name, and also our super chatters. And all the money goes to children that have no father and mother. So, hi, Bill. Hi, Craig, Mary, Eric, John, Melody, Jerome, Dustin, Eric with a large paragraph, Jerome, Arthur, Mary, Jamie, Sandy, and Jody, Kai, Shauna, Nelda, Scott, Danielle, Randy, Chris. So that probably, yeah, that did it. Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. Today is what is the best kind? What is the best kind of success? Now, I know what it is for me. I definitely know what it is for me. And I know that I'm unique, but the best kind of success for me is celebrating the success of other people. So, I learned this phrase a long time ago. The way to greatness is the service of many. And there's nothing that gives me more joy, gives me more fulfillment, gives me more of passion, purpose, calling, than to find someone like Joshua Daramella and watching him go up the ranks and change his life and change his income. So when I look back at my entire life, it's the moments that whether I was a mechanic, back before I was a mechanic, I fixed bikes. Everyone brought their bikes to me. Everyone brought their snowmobiles, their mini bikes, their go-karts. I don't know if I said snowmobiles and then eventually cars. There was nothing more fulfilling to me than fixing someone's bike or I was one of those individuals that I talk about when you say the person with the most toys wins, you know, because I'm not only that person, but I got so much love and so much fulfillment and so much joy from allowing other people to actually use the snowmobiles and the motorcycles and the bikes and the go-karts, all the stuff that I created. I remember one time that, here I'm way back. This has got to be, oh my Lord. I'm like, 13, 14 years old. And I delivered papers to make money. So what I would do is I would ask people, can you guys believe this? I would ask people if they had like any go-karts or mini bikes or snowmobiles or bikes or anything that they were no longer using. And a lot of times they stopped using them because they stopped running. They stopped working. And so I would go get these things and get them to the home and then fix them up. And I had this snowmobile. It was called the Wild One. And it was a German snowmobile. And this snowmobile was only designed to like drag large equipment. It wasn't fast. It wasn't fancy. It wasn't anything. But man, this thing had the widest belt on it, and you could tow anything with it. So we had this golf course hill, we called it, and I would take my snowmobile over there, and man, this hill, no exaggeration, was like over a mile long, and so what I would do is I would go down to the bottom and I would pull all the kids up to the top with their slides because it would take a long time and very exhausting. I don't care if you're a kid and you're in good shape. It took a long time to walk all the way up that hill. And so I remember my whole life being like this. This is the kind of people that you guys got to look for, because I was thinking today, I'm going to do a video tomorrow, and it's going to called "What is the worst kind of success?" Right? And so, you know, all of a sudden, when I became a mechanic, it was helping other people with their race cars. It was helping, other, teams. So that's why I sort of gravitated to winning teams, because I not only want to be on a winning team, but I also want to be the person that, figured out how to help that driver work, or how to help that team win. Thank you so much, Lisa Marie, incredible Inner Circle member, and also a super chatter. The kids are gonna love it. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And so to be a super chatter, you see the box at the bottom of the chat. You click on that. It's got a $ in it, and thank you so much, Bill. It's like I just love it. And there's the other part of success for me. If you guys hear me, so, all of a sudden, I get hurt and find out about, network marketing. And all of a sudden I was going like, wow, if I could teach people little simple things to get them a win, to get them a result, and, help them connect with another human being and give away a gift. And that gift ends up, altering and changing that person's life, because it was a gift at the right place at the right time. And from there, you get people to know, like, and trust you. And from there, you just continue to offer stuff. And the person that I ran into that was like this, of course, was Jim Rohn. Why I love that man. And, there's a phrase that there's never been a more noble occupation than helping another person succeed. I mean, so I get why teachers and coaches, I totally get that. I totally get that. Thank you, Bill, for the super chat. I love you. I appreciate you. And so the best success in the world is when you can point at somebody else and go, look what they did, So I always talk about, when people ask me, what's the proudest thing for me? It's really twofold. One is helping other people never work for anybody ever again. And they know that they have total control over the amount of income they make. Now, I wouldn't say that everyone that I helped got the concept that it was about helping other people. You see what I mean? It's like, so if you ask people, hey, how many people have you personally helped? How many people have reached out to you and say, listen, because of the gift that you gave them, because of something that you introduced them to, that person's life has changed forever? So see, Sean Hennigan did that for me in my book, How Is That Working? And you can go to roberthollis.com/free and get a free copy of the book. And so here's the thing that I really started to understand. If there's only a small percentage of people that you catch at the right place at the right time, it's those people that you get to nurture and help. So my biggest thing is not only 67 people that I've helped make over $1 million in commissions, but the other thing is that 9 of those own their own companies today, and not just network marketing. So it's this thing that I did knowing that, those people created companies and the ripple effect happened, and there's people in there and people in there. And there was a guy, Byron Nelson, that reached out to me, and he just did a big seminar in Toronto, Canada. And he was cross-lined from me. He wasn't in my organization in ACN. And, I helped this guy. And to think that when I helped him, when he got on stage and gave his regional vice president, the top position at that time, and gave his speech, he told everyone, if it wasn't for me, Robert Hollis, that he wouldn't be where he was today. So he did a seminar, and then you could tell that he was at a party afterwards, right? Probably what would it be called? It's basically this social thing that you do after a big event. And he reached out to me, called me late at night, and just said, Robert, when things like this happen in my life, I go back and it's choking me up the way that he said it. But he said, it makes me really be grateful, and I get to go back and basically think about and think about the people that have entered into my life to allow me to be the person I am today. And I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you. I love and appreciate you more than you ever know, and I'll never forget what you did in my life. And I'm going like, wow, you know, that's why I do this business. So if you guys see me going crazy right now with making a big deal out of Joshua Daramella, this is what I would ask of you guys to do. Listen closely. Is I want to interview you. I want to interview you. And in that interview, I want you to tell me about the people in your group that are making a full-time income. So a lot of times I think about, I try to teach people for a lack of vision, people perish. For a lack of vision, people perish. And so the vision for me is always been, I knew I couldn't wait to get on stage to give my speech, So the first company I was involved in, if you hit national marketing director, this was back in 1987, maybe 1988 when I got that plaque. I not only had the vision of me doing my acceptance speech, but the other thing is, I thought at that time, didn't know where my father was. I got taken away from my parents at a really young age. But I thought, I'm going to do my best to seek them out and have them and find my brothers that grew up in other foster homes. And I was going to do my very best to get my family in this audience and, you know, have them just be blown away that I achieved what I achieved. And then all of a sudden I thought, wow, what if I could instill that vision? Vision inspires success in others now. And I thought, what if I could have a vision of that person being on stage? And that's when everything changed for me. And it happened early in my career. So, that's when all of a sudden I would find people like, and I put them in my book, 67 people I've helped make over $1 million in commissions. And I write about them in this book. And one of the things that's really amazing is that I all of a sudden went, you know what? I one day I will be on stage. They will be handing out the top 10 awards for the best producers, and I'm going to have all 10 of them. And I made that dream happen between 2009 and 2012. Melody, of course, knows about that company. That's where I met Melody and also Craig. And it was like, I fulfilled that. That's when, at one time I had tens of thousands of people in my group that were full-time people, and had 9 people in my group at that time that was making, over $1 million a year. And all of a sudden I really, really, really got it. I really got it. See, it was in that company that majority of the people in the company were people that had never ever had any success before, and that was including me. And so when I met my mentor and I seen the amount of money that he made, I was willing to surrender and just follow that lead. And then my goal was to promote and edify him. And I knew I could find people that were, we know the 90 percenters, but I thought, I could find some 10 percenters, some 5 percenters, some one percenters that I would find in this organization. And it worked every single time. And so all of a sudden, when you get involved in other companies like I am now, it's like my mentor used to say this. He used to say this. He goes, Robert, do me a huge favor. And he goes, don't recruit anybody that believes that they've already arrived. Don't try to recruit people that already know everything. Robert, don't recruit, people that are leaders in other companies. And I was going like, what? Well, what are you talking about? And he says, they can't unlearn. They won't take the time to unlearn things that don't work anymore. And so they'll come in and they'll leave, and they'll come in and they'll leave, and they'll come in and they leave because they're not coachable. You can't teach somebody something that knows everything already. And there's what's crazy about that is, I'll say it in this video, but you guys watch tomorrow's video, or just look for the title, is the worst kind of success in the world, but I'll elaborate tomorrow, is a little bit. So there's a lot of people that I run into in my career that they're doing okay with money. They're doing okay with money. They're comfortable. So if they're comfortable, they're not coming from the mindset of desperation that I was. See what I mean? So these are the people that are constant learners, and they know everything, and they've read everything, and they bought all the courses, and they continue to seek for other courses. And so those people, they don't become successful because they're not coming from a place of desperation or inspiration. On the other hand, you find a Robert Hollis that has his electricity cut off. And I knew there was nothing I could bring from my automotive career into this industry. In fact, I despise sales. I hated salespeople. So, there was this thing. I didn't want to be a salesperson. Are you kidding me? Ick. So it wasn't until I met my mentor that changed my philosophy of being a person that consistently reaches out to strangers and gets them excited to introduce you to other strangers that end up being friends. And so when you find someone like Joshua that, he admits in the interview, you got to look, I just uploaded it again, and it now has a burned in, translation in it, because of Joshua speaks very fast, and he also has an accent. So I posted that up there as well. And so, when people are not willing to surrender and they're not willing to learn the right psychology of doing this business, they might get a little success, but they can't keep it because there's no duplication. Where on the other hand, the groups that I built in the past is from people that not only are inspired, but they have desperation and they're willing to give up everything they know because they're like me. They didn't know anything. I've never heard of the word entrepreneur. I never heard of the word network marketing, multi-level. I never heard of residual. I've never heard of leverage. I've never heard of all those things. I didn't understand the concept that I could actually have tens of thousands of people responsible for my income. And it was a win-win-win-win. It was a win for Terry and I and our family. It was a win for the charities that I support. It was a win for that person, as Jim Rohn calls it, the magic of part-time. And one of the things that I think that a lot of people are not going to get in this video is when I found Joshua, let's make it correct. You guys can watch the interview. When Joshua found me, he said that he went through all 200 of my videos. Today, I would tell people to go to my YouTube channel and click on video, and then click on most popular and just watch the top popular ones. And, start out a little bit at a time. So you can save the time, so you could watch it and go, okay, I'm on this video, take a little note that I'm on this video, and I'll pick up on this video the next day. So I know that people can binge, or what do they call it? Do a marathon on, right now, my wife and I just found out the movie Suits. You know what I mean? We've never seen that one, and so we started watching it, and we also watch, a lot of other ones. But you got do this binging of learning how to do this. So when Josh said that he knew he found the right person, then he watched those 200 videos, and his favorite ones he downloaded and watches them over and over again. And I'm going, golly, that's what I did. See, so when I got my mentor's videos, I wore out the VHS tape. Have you ever watched a video so much that you wore it out? And I not only watched it, but I transcribed it. And so I wanted to master this information. And then from there, I wanted to help other people get results the same way my mentor did me. So the very first thing that he knew is he had to get me excited enough through the theoretical example, how to make $5,000. He had to show me how I was going to get to my magic number of $3,800. Woohoo! I need $3,800 so I can pay 3 payments on the car loan that I had from the pawn shop on a used car. I had to also catch up on 2 months rent. I also had to catch up on my electricity. There was things that I needed, and I needed them now before I became homeless. And so I wasn't really interested in doing a research and constantly finding other things. And no, I asked him what I need to do. He says, I need you to get excited about the money you're going to earn with me. 2, I got to get you to get people excited to watch, give me praise and recognition, tell my personal story, and then get people in front of that video. So Robert, if you get 70 people in front of that video and your first 30 days, you're going to learn and you're going to create momentum. And I went, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And so I really thought hard on this because I'm going like, man, yeah, I think I paid like $500, which is no big deal. But I paid $500 to transcribe Joshua Daramella's video interview. Then it took me easily 2.5 hours. I'm dyslexic. Maybe you could do it faster, but it easily took me 2.5 hours to go through that transcript and make it all the way it's supposed to be, because it said in there, unaudible, or didn't understand or didn't get it. So I went through and watched the interview again, did my very best on the transcript. And then I thought, you know what? Some people are going to miss the closed caption. And so, like the 5,000 video that Craig just posted, the other thing that I did is I, paid for the captions to be put on it, and then have them burned in. And I posted that on my Facebook, in the Vision group, all over the place. So it's like I'm going, wow, Robert, that took me to do the closed caption video. That probably took me another couple of hours. And I was thinking, why did I put so much effort into that? And that's what it was for me. It was the excitement that I get in helping another human being live their dreams. So you got to watch that video, because and watch it over and over again, because there's so many nuggets in there that you can hear. And I know that if you consistently listen to it, you're going to think, oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. And so behind that, the other thing is, of course, we did an Ask Me Anything last Saturday. We do those every Saturday at noon. Noon Pacific time, 3 Eastern time. But we've almost done an entire year of Ask Me Anything. And I thought that the Ask Me Anything was really, really special because people had just listened to the interview. And so, people came on there and wanted clarification. And I even learned some things. So it's whenever I'm in these masterminds, what I call masterminds, the master's mind, where two or more together, there I am in the midst. It is when I'm in those, I learn something. I learn that whatever someone is extremely passionate about, where they can look at something and they know that it really altered and changed their lives. And so Joshua Daramella, I introduced him to this book. And when I introduced him to this book, Og Mandino, the greatest miracle in the world, told him to get the book. Probably not easy for him to get the book in Nigeria. So what I told him is I said, listen, there's this incredible, beautiful woman that I helped. Her name is Wanda Kay. And as a gift to me, I told her, she said, Robert, I want to read this out loud for you, because she knew that I was dyslexic. So I sent those videos to Joshua, and Joshua uses that as a gift. So Wanda Kay, so I went to Wanda Kay's YouTube channel, and she's got I think it was over 44,000 views on the God Memorandum. And I thought, wow, see, that book changed him the way it changed me. And I was even got a message from Mary today, and Mary was telling me that when she doesn't read chapter 9, the God Memorandum, before she goes to bed, she says she wakes up in a different kind of energy. And I was telling her, I totally get it. I totally get it. So, Melody Riba is one of the people that I've helped make over $1 million in commissions. And when you get to 100 days of reading it before you go to bed, to think that me and Melody and other people never stopped. We just never, ever, ever, ever stopped. If it would give us that much, then why not do more? And so, again, what is the best success ever? Out of those 67 people, my sons, Robert Hollis Jr., my son Matthew, my lifestyle that Kyle has, my children, and then MDC, when I joined it 5.5 years ago, it was a whole goal to do that for my wife. So, my heights of my heights are, people walking across stage. And when my wife walked across stage, Melody's walked across stage. Matthew is walked across stage. My son, Robert Hollis Jr., when you watch them walk the stage and tell their story, wow. Can you guys even imagine? Try to imagine you doing that for your children, you doing that for your siblings, you doing that, like Joshua Daramella, he posted a video and he got some property and he built his mom and his siblings a home. It's like, man. So, yeah, that to me is the best kind of success. So, I think of people like Phil Jackson, which, by the way, Phil Jackson graduated from the same high school that I did in Williston, North Dakota. And I can guarantee you, if you asked him what feels better, you winning a championship ring or you winning a championship ring when you helped Michael Jordan win one, Scottie Pippen, you know what I mean? Dennis Rodman, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. There's and maybe not enough people get that. Maybe people in life don't get that. Like Jim Rohn said, you die twice. Once is when you stop breathing on this planet, and the next time is when people stop saying your name. And so I am going to bust my ass every day I have living on this planet, not only being grateful and grateful, but I'm going to consistently look for those people that don't know their champions yet and just encourage them and share with them baby steps. And if I find them at the right place at the right time, like Joshua Daramella, um, I can guarantee you when you watch that video, to think when it finally clicked for him that he made more money 2 Thursdays ago than he made in the previous 2 years. To think that his best month prior to the first Thursday of this month in August, that his income, went up like 10 times. I think it went from 400,000 naira to 3.2 million naira. Uh, wow. Which is, I think about 7,000 US. So, yeah. Yeah, I know we got a bunch of people here, that will watch this live or recorded, but I'd like to really ask you a question. Um, is all of your focus in your results of you trying to get a rank, you trying to get money, you trying to learn this thing? Or are you the way I was, where once I found a mentor, that my goal 24 hours a day is to put people in front of that mentor that was the right place at the right time? Um, because that's when you really know there's a lot of people out there that love hearing their self talk. And it's like, yeah, that's I'm already getting into the video tomorrow. So I love and appreciate every one of you. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do this. You can do this. If others can do it, you can do it. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life and be happy and full of joy, and I want to give you that permission. No one had given me permission until I met my mentor. So what my mentor's done for me, I want to do for you. And what I want for you watching this video is I want for you what I want for myself is an unbelievable lifetime of moments that take my breath away because I'm looking at the experience of other people and them living their dreams. In fact, you know, exceeding way past what they ever thought that they could do. And yeah, if other people can do it, you can do it. You see Joshua twice in that video says a statement that I shared with him is God, whether you believe in a higher power or not, the universe, God, is not a discerner of persons, which basically means, the universe, God, whatever you believe, is not going to bless me and bless Joshua and bless the other people on this planet and just hold it away from you. Not true. Not true. Now, why doesn't a majority of people succeed? Well, because they don't believe in their self. They're not willing to do a simple assignment to figure out that they're a miracle so they can stay in the right mindset to create a vision for others and go out there and I'll go out there and make that happen. So could talk forever about this, but that's the best kind of success, in my opinion. And I love and appreciate you. Please do me a huge personal favor. Share this video with other people. And again, thank you to all the Inner Circle members, the people on this chat, and the new enrolled Inner Circle members, and also the super chatters. Love and appreciate you, Bill and Lisa Marie. Thank you so much. And bye for now. We'll see you on the next video.